Hello there. This is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. That is my sample card, and coming up is the card that we will be making. All I did was change the colors based off of the artistry, that's a mouthful, blooms, sequins, and there's only 4 colors there. So the first two that you see there are Calypso Coral and Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to change it up to get a little bit messy here with Mango Melody and Rich Raspberry. That's the inside. I'm going to do the exact same thing with both cards. We are back to Positive Thoughts. Those are the die cuts. It is no longer bundled, and I will be using the 3 die cuts there that I just kind of pointed out the stamp set. Colors again are Rich Raspberry, Mango Melody, Yaski Bendro, and Smoky Slate. And I do have the butterfly on a block there. And this is why you want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. You get those cubes in the kit. And those are the sequins, that sequin pack I was telling you about. But back to the cubes. Yeah, Paper Pumpkin, because you don't sit there and refill the blanks with ink. So we have a top folding landscape A2 card that's 5.5 across by 4.25 down, and our image panel there is going to be 5.25 by 4 inches. And I'm putting our new snail plus on the back of that. I've been using that more so than the regular snail, which is new. Maybe it's a preference thing, I don't know. But it was easy for me to put that image panel down because we're going to load that up, as you can see. So I'm bringing in a scrap piece of Whisper White that I used to make my sample card, so it's already measured out for me as far as the sentiments go from left to right. And as always, measurements, dimensions, everything will be over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com, and underneath this YouTube description, direct link to that blog post. So I put down the sentiment stamp, and it's oh, not lined up, and it same with the Wednesday video did not line up. Fix it again and use scrap paper to wing it and figure it out, and that time it lines up better. So back one more time, and my sentiment is going to be 2 different colors, and that's where that little Rich Raspberry cube comes in, that 1 by 1 that you get in Paper Pumpkin. I don't have to mask or anything like that. I can just dab it down onto the friends word there, and it comes out. It doesn't get everywhere else. I get a better coverage than I would with a marker. This is a red color, Rich Raspberry is, and they are messy and they are fussy, and we'll talk about that more as the video goes on. So with the rest of the sentiment, I do want to mask, and I'm using Post-it note tape there, because that way I can take the full-size ink pad and just go ahead and get the other words done and lay them down for a nice crisp impression there. So moving on, zooming in, I'm pulling the largest image in from Nature's Thoughts. That's going to be inked up in Smoky Slate. These are distinctive stamps, which means they're kind of blotchy but in a cool way. And I want 2 of them, so I flip the cardstock around and lay down 2 images. And now I'm going to be bringing in that little spiky flower of sorts, lining that up a little bit. That will be stamped out in Mango Melody. I just re-inked up that pad, and it turned out blotchy, and I'm thinking, oh God, this is not happening to me. But you know what, it did. But I'm really cool with that result because it's ombre sort of. So, I went with it. And I'm going to clean that stamp off real quick, and then bring in that little feather accent there, and try to figure, can I, get that on the rest of the Whisper White. No, I can't, because that's going to be put down with Raspberry. So I bring in my sentiment panel there and then ink that up. And again, the reds, the dark blues, the dark purples, they are fussy. So I do have a separate chamois and ink cleaning pad for all of them so I don't contaminate the other colors. So I'm trying to get, that feather onto that little piece of cardstock there without messing up my sentiment. Move it around the stamparatus, and yeah, that bounce stamp kind of hurt a little bit, but I'm going to die cut it out with the Nature's Thoughts coordinating die cuts. So I'm cleaning that off and moving on. We're going to get on to our die cutting work. And first off is going to be the feathers, and what I do with them is I die cut them out, go to the grocery store, heat set it, still let them dry, and it works out because you have to heat set those, those fussy colors so they don't smear all over the place. So I am pulling in the larger die with Stampin' Smoky Slate, and I'm using that purple tape to, get the dies down. And there's so much going on with the newsletters I have coming out with getting our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that I'll get to the blog and post about that as well. So I hope that you take a look at that and sign up for my newsletter. Just go to cindybedesigns.com, and on the right hand side there, I'll say sign up for my newsletter and put your email address in and you're good. So I'm getting the flower lined up, the Mango Melody on the right there, and yeah, that last feather, hoping it works out. I'm going to run that through the Big Shot and then end up punching everything out, or taking out the die cuts to show you how everything looks and how easy it is to line up our die cuts. And my buy one get one free over on the blog, again link below, that will be going on until it's all gone because I do want it gone. So I'm pulling in our paper trimmer to trim down that sentiment a little bit, and again, measurements, everything will be over on the blog. That's a sample card, so I'm taking a good look at it and see how I want to line everything else up back. And I am bringing in my stamparatus because, again, that is a staple. It's a tool. I use it for everything, down to lining envelopes inside and out, laying down my cardstock the right way. So I'm putting everything together right now as to how I want it. And I do apologize for the cutting in and out because I had to stop to sneeze because I literally have the allergies from hell, and this is so not fun. So as you can see, I am lining everything up on the cardstock there, and I was going to mark it with pencil. It's like, no, because how this went, I'm not going to be able to fix it. So I'm pulling in that purple tape and kind of marking on the grid mat from the Stampin' Majig where I want to put the Stamp Off Butterfly. That is press and seal, and I use that to pick everything up to get it back down exactly where I want it to. So now I'm taking Mango Melody with the butterfly stamp on the block there, stamping off 1, 2, 3 times, completely forget down here at the bottom, which I really would have liked to stamp off once, but made it work because my image panel was already like adhered down. So that can be a little bit stressful, but you have to make it all work. So that's what we are looking like so far. And now I'm bringing back in our collage there because I've been on that kick for 2 weeks now. And I'm going to get the sentiment lined up over on the right hand side there, making sure it all works. Kind of getting everything lined up. It's like it's not going to work. Bring in the mini paper trimmer and take a smidgen off at the end there. And again, line everything up. So there's only 2 more weeks left to get your free bundle if you sign up underneath me. And a lot of things are selling out because of that. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and do it. I'm taking Tombow Mono, our liquid adhesive, and I'm putting it on the back of everything I die cut out in, dots real quick. And then I'm going to lay it down. And for some reason, I forget the sentiment panel, but I do fix it. And this is where you really see me wing things. I think a lot of us do, but don't really admit it because that's just how it goes and you hope for the best. But these are handmade cards and we all know how that works out, and that worked out okay. So now I'm pulling everything up that I know that I kind of dropped the ball on a little bit and or didn't have the chance to adhere down because of how I stacked the images up. And I'm taking a Tombow Mono, putting glue on the back, adhering it down. I'm going to grab a block and then let that glue set up and then go ahead and move on to, get into the home stretch here. I do want to thank all of you for the birthday wishes and flowers and cards. Yeah, I'm 57, but still 35 in my head. But this year does not count, right, because of everything we've gone through. So I'm pulling back in those Artistry Bloom sequins. I don't have that bundle, but I like the sequins and the colors and the sizes, and that is rich raspberry. So I'm going to lay them down, using the rule of odds, and there's going to be 5 of them there. So again, if you need a catalog, anything like that, please let me know, and shoot me off an email anytime you want to. Cindy@cindybdesigns.com. Go to my Stampin' Up website. My phone number's on there. And those are the Mango Melody sequins that I'm, strategically arranging on there. So I do hope that you enjoyed Wednesday's video because I felt so bad about, losing 25% of last Saturday's video and wanted to make it up to you. But this is a very simple, clean stamping card. And over on the right is my sample with the other 2 colors in that sequin pack. And over on the left is what we made today. So enjoy your weekend. Thank you for stopping by. God bless and have a good one. And I will see you next week.